Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Wordy, my hub for all of the words that I read, write, or otherwise want to yap about. Today, I have a very special author guest on the pod. She is the USA Today best-selling author of Say You'll Be Mine and Flirting with Disaster. She's also a former civil rights lawyer, and her books have been featured in the New York Times, Entertainment Weekly, NPR, The Guardian, and more. Her next book, Just a Highland Fling, releases July 21st, right in time for my birthday. Yay! Please welcome Naina Kumar.
Thanks so much for having me.
I was telling you a little bit earlier that you had moderated a book tour stop for Hannah Bonham Young back in September, and I hadn't known about you or your books before, and you were just so lovely during the event that I was like, I'm gonna buy her debut book and see what she's all about. And I read it so fast. It was so cute. And again, you were just lovely. So I'm really, really excited and thrilled that you've come on the show today.
Well, thank you. Thanks for asking me. Thanks for reading it. It means a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay, so what I usually like to do with my guests to kind of warm up, normally when we have more time to talk, I love to do a full debrief of what we're reading and watching and listening to, because we're all about pop culture here. So to condense it a little bit, do you have any current hyperfixations?
Oh, like everyone else, Heated Rivalry
Amen, yeah.
is living in my mind. I'm waiting to do a rewatch so I can really take it in again.
Yeah.
And then Bridgerton. I'm anxiously waiting part 2 of the season. I loved part 1, so I need the rest of the season to drop.
When does the second part of it drop?
I think end of the month.
Okay.
Like February 29th, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making me put my patience pants on. Okay. Do you have a favorite season of Bridgerton so far?
Oh, I mean, I love season 2.
Yes.
I've watched season 2 a lot.
Yeah.
I think I have it committed to memory. It's just really good.
The angst
love
and the
everybody
chemistry
in
between
it,
them were
yeah.
just so good.
Yeah, they're just such a strong couple.
Absolutely. Okay, so your next book releases in July, Just a Highland Fling. I feel like there's been more and more books set in these non-American, escapist settings. What about this particular setting spoke to you so much that you had to write it down?
Sure. Okay, so there's a couple things. One, I think romance as a genre has a really interesting history with Scotland. We see a lot of Highlander romances. We see a lot of fun romances set in Scotland. But we don't see a lot of those books feature Indian characters, right? And so I thought that would be fun. And I ended up I went to a small private school for middle school that had a Scottish arts program. So my brother learned the bagpipes and I learned Highland dance. I did it for a few years, but he took it super seriously. He did bagpiping from age 9, all the way through high school. He went to the World Pipe Band Championships in Scotland twice. He's competed in bagpipe competitions across the country and the world. He's traveled for it.
Oh my gosh.
He's now he does something else full time. He's a doctor, but he pipes on the side. He'll still go to weddings and funerals and bagpipes. So I just grew up around bagpipers and bagpiping, and I really wanted to write about an Indian bagpiper in Scotland. So that's kind of where the book came from.
That's such a cool combination. In contrast to the escapist non-American setting, you and I are both from Texas.
Yes.
What are some of your favorite things that are unique only to Texas?
Oh my God. So I talk about this all the time, but I am obsessed with HEB.
Yes.
To the point that it's in my author bio. I have done HEB themed giveaways before.
Incredible.
Because my second book, Flirting with Disaster, has an HEB mention. My friend Allie Hazelwood has an HEB mention in Not in Love. My friend Melanie Sweeney has a HEB mentioned in her book. So we all have talked about that, and we thought it was fun to sneak an HEB reference in. But yeah, no store does more. I'm a big fan. They're not paying for this advertising.
Yeah, no,
but
not sponsored
I will do unpaid advertising for them all the time.
I know. The cure to the worst day ever is some HEB sushi.
Totally.
For me personally.
Yes. Yeah, I love HEB sushi. I love an HEB donut.
Oh, yeah. I honestly got to say, for a grocery store donut, they're so good.
They're so good.
They're so cheap.
Yes.
I could live in the bakery area.
Yeah, tortillas. They're all good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. I feel like I could eat the tortillas just plain.
I do, yeah.
Okay, so with the book world doing a much better job of diversity and representation, I personally wanted to say that the way that like you weave culture into your romance books is genuinely so phenomenal, so
Thank you.
atmospheric. I just recently finished your debut, as I was telling you about. I was genuinely blown away. I feel like it was just so natural. It didn't feel like there was any kind of like cultural blockage or disadvantage for me coming from the outside into what's familiar to you. What has it meant to see more books representing different cultures, and why is it so important that publishers keep elevating those voices?
Yeah, no, it means a lot to me because I don't know if I knew that our stories had a place. Like I think I grew up loving romance, reading so many romance novels. It was very rare to see books that had characters like me or similar backgrounds to me. And I wanted to write. Like I loved writing, I loved reading romance, but I wasn't sure anyone would publish these stories. And then around like, I want to say like 2018, 2019, 2020, slowly I started seeing South Asian authors get published and their books doing well. People like Sonali Dev and Nisha Sharma and Sajni Patel and so many others, Sonia Lally, like people I really looked up to, and I read their books. And around then I started thinking like, oh, I can maybe try writing this too. So like, I don't know, I'm really thankful that our stories are getting out there. I'd love to see more. Like I would love to see publishers pick up more of our stories. But I think it means a lot when you get to pick up a book and you see yourself in those pages. So yeah, I always want more of it.
I love that. So obviously you've had a complete traditional publishing path from the time of your debut and onward. What was the journey like going from writing your first book to becoming traditionally published?
Yeah, it was surprisingly quick. Which I was very fortunate, and I think the timing just worked out well. I wrote my first draft of Say You'll Be Mine in 2021. I started querying. I revised the book in the first half of 2022. Started querying it in like July of 2022. Got my agent in August/September. We went on sub on Halloween and got an offer on November 2nd.
Oh my gosh.
It was really weird and fast. And yeah, I love my agent. She's amazing. And I think she kind of just had a vision for the book and where she thought it should go. And I love my editor. So it all just kind of worked out really well. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was very, very lucky.
And for good reason. Your books are
thank you.
incredible, and you yourself are lovely. Like I mentioned earlier, I came to know you and I met you through you moderating for
Hannah.
Yeah. How important is it for you and for newer authors to really get out there and make connections with other authors?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important because it's not... these are my friends and my community. I think writing can be such a solo, it feels like such a solo occupation. Like you are sitting in front of your screen typing away all day. And if you don't have good people around you who you can talk to, who you can lean on, it can feel really isolating. So I don't know. I love coming to conventions like this and getting to meet people, getting to meet you, getting to meet readers, getting to meet other authors. Hannah and I met because we share a publisher, and she reached out and we've become friends. And I don't know. I love that part of this, getting to meet people who have the same passion for romance, for telling these stories of love and connection and feeling understood. And yeah, I don't know. I think community is everything, and it's what keeps us going.
Yeah. Especially because what you were saying about how writing often feels very solo, very isolated. Community is so important because I also think newer authors that are trying desperately to break in, sometimes they get this lens of, oh, this is competition. Because now, this person's getting these deals and they're releasing these books, where do I even fall in? Is there going to be room for me? So I think really just valuing community in the building stages, especially, I think it's just so important.
Yeah.
What have been some of your favorite pinch me moments in your career?
Okay, so for my debut, I did an event with Allie Hazelwood, and it was such a pinch me moment that she would agree to do that event with me. And it's funny because it's been a few years since then, and now we're good friends, and and I was a fan of hers, and now like
Yeah.
she's someone I text about bad dates. So like it's just like that has been a real. Now looking back at it, I'm like that is such like I don't know. It was really cool. And then I recently did a panel with Catherine Center at the Texas Book Festival, and I really was like, oh my gosh, like Catherine and I are both from Houston. I've been reading her books forever. She's so lovely.
She is.
And so
Oh my
generous.
gosh.
And like that was I was like, oh my gosh, this is so bizarre. Or even like yesterday, Sarah Hawley. I'm a huge fan of Sarah Hawley. And she came up to me and asked me to sign her copy of Flirting with Disaster. And I was like, Sarah, like what? Like I'm
Yeah.
a huge fan of you. Like I don't know why you're asking me to sign this book. But I love her. She's so sweet. But like I think things like that keep happening, and I think it's so fun going from a reader who's been a fan of these people and their work and to now being peers. I think it's been a really fun part of the journey.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, this is kind of a wonky question, but with this being your third book, if your 3 books were real life children, where do you think that they would be in birth order based off of their like personality?
That is so funny. I think it's a good question too. I feel like, okay, I'm going to say You'll Be Mine is an oldest child. It's kind of by the book. It's kind of classic. It's kind of like rule following. Like it really follows your genre convention of a rom-com. In a way that I think is fun, but it is kind of like a classic rom-com. I think Flirting with Disaster really is a middle child, kind of figuring itself out.
Yeah.
It's a little like, it's angsty and emotional, and sometimes like, I don't know, I think middle children sometimes feel like they're not seen, and I feel like it kind of has a little bit of that vibe. Like it doesn't fit clearly into a box of like, is it a rom-com? Is it contemporary romance? Is it angsty? It's like, what is this? I think it's a little middle child. I think it like follows the order. Just a Highland Fling feels like a youngest child, in that it kind of is fun. And it doesn't feel, and I think it's how I felt writing it. I was like, we're gonna have a good time. We're not gonna worry about the market. We're not gonna worry about fitting into certain conventions. Like we're gonna have a fun time, and be a little loose. And I think that's kind of how the book came out. It was like, it's kind of a loose, fun time. It's still grounded and has like emotional moments, but I think I had more fun with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am thrilled to have fun with it come July, especially because it's like an early birthday present for me. I mean, it comes a week before my birthday, and I'm just like, yes. I also have a friend that just recently traveled to Scotland for like a week or two.
Yeah.
And she never shuts up about it, affectionately.
Yes.
And I'm just like, okay, well, now I have to go.
Yeah.
And I have to
love
get
Scotland.
the book for her.
I love Scotland so much. And I do think this book kind of, I don't know, I spent a lot of time in Scotland when I was writing this book. I went there for 2 weeks, and my really good friend was getting married there. Her husband is Scottish. So they had a very traditional Scottish wedding. Got to go and like get all this inspiration. So I hope it's a good representation.
Yeah. What would you say if you could go back to Scotland? What are some of your like must-do itinerary items?
Oh, okay, that's good. I love Edinburgh. I think everyone should go visit and spend like a few days there. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. It's such a cool city. And then take the train. Like I would take the train to Glasgow. I would take the train. I would go up to the Highlands, go to Inverness, go take a boat on Loch Ness, like do all of that, look for Nessie. And then you can go to Skye, you have to go to the Isle of Skye. I think it's so magical. Like it feels otherworldly. It feels like a fairy tale place. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
In this book, they go on a road trip from Aberdeen, which is up in the Highlands on the east, to Isle of Skye. So they get to stop in some really cool places along the way.
I love that. If you could wipe your memory and reread a book for the first time, what book would you pick?
Oh my God, that's such a good question. The first book that comes to mind is Ella Enchanted, which is a kid's book.
Oh my gosh, yes!
But it is like the book to me. I think it was the book I read over and over again as a child. And I think it's a really good romance. Like it's written for children, it's age appropriate, but it is a really well written romance. It's got like epistolary elements in there too, which I love when people are writing letters to each other. And it's well paced. Like I think it's just brilliant. So like, yeah, I would like to read that again for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so in your intro, I mentioned that you used to be a civil rights lawyer.
I did. Yeah.
So what was that transition like from law to authoring?
Yeah, it was interesting. I never thought I was going to quit my job. And it just writing ended up feeling like a full-time job. And I had a hard time doing both. I think I was a civil rights lawyer for like 7 years. So I was ready for a break in a little bit,
Yeah.
And it's really funny. There's a lot of romance authors who used to be lawyers or who are still lawyers. I think there is some commonality. I think if you love to write and you love to read, a lot of people end up becoming lawyers. And we end up writing a lot for the job.
That's true.
And you write a lot of things that are building an argument or supporting an argument. And I think in romance novels, you're trying to prove to the reader, like, these two belong together, they deserve each other, and I'm going to show you why. So I think there's some things that are pretty similar about legal writing and romance writing.
Absolutely. Do you create writing playlists at all for your books?
So I don't know music. This is my fatal flaw. I don't know songs. So I do some like aesthetic-y playlists. Like for this book, I have a lot of like old Scottish songs.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of old Scottish songs because my brother was a bagpiper. So like I grew up listening to a lot of these like old bagpiping songs. So they're on there for the vibes, like while I was writing, but I don't know real music. Like anything that's popular or of this time, I'm pretty behind.
It's not there.
It's not
I was
there.
curious. I was like, I'm curious what, if you knew music, I would wonder what songs would be kind of like the top of the writing playlist or like almost like the theme songs. So I'm excited to go through and read your other two books now that I've finished your debut, and I can be like, ooh.
Yeah,
actually, here, song recommendation in your DMs
you can
immediately.
Give me one. Yeah, for this one, the only popular song was from the movie Brave. The song Touch the Sky.
Yes.
You know that one? I listened to that a lot when I was writing this.
It's a great song. Yeah. Okay, I can rock with that.
Okay.
My last question for you is, what's something that you learned and experienced in your writing career that you wish someone had told you sooner?
No, it's a really good question. I think there is a tendency to sometimes compare ourselves to other writers, and I think that's really tough. But like you said, we're not in competition with each other. We're friends. This is community. We support each other, and I think keeping my eye on my own page and my own work instead of like looking over my shoulder at what someone else is doing and trying to be like them. I think it's a hard thing to fight, that like feeling of I'm behind or I'm not doing it like they are, but I can only do it the way I'm doing it. So I wish someone had told me, like, it's okay to work at your own pace. It's okay no one's writing a book the same way. We all have different processes, and like your process is your process, and you don't have to be like anyone else.
Yeah, I love that. What a great way to end the episode. So obviously when we're recording this, we're at LoveLitCon, but this will come out in the future, likely towards your release date.
Oh, cool.
So tell the listeners of the future where they can find you, your books, and if you're going to any more upcoming events.
Sure. So you can find me at Kumar Writes on most social media. I'm mostly active on Instagram. And yeah, this book comes out July 21st. I will probably be doing some events around that week, definitely in my hometown of Houston, hopefully a couple more cities. We're still working that out. And I think I'm doing a book festival in Sacramento in August. So if you are, in the California area, hopefully you'll come and see me there.
Love that. Okay, there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk Wordy. And again, my special thanks to Naina Kumar for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram at Talk Wordy Pod, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.